everybody, welcome back to the TokenPants. We just got done seeing Logan. And we're going to give you a quick review of what we saw, how we liked it. If you're looking for just a quickie review with no spoilers, skip to this time code. All right. Here come the spoilers. Matt!
Oh, we're doing spoilers?
Oh, yeah. What do you think? What'd you think?
Hands down, that was the best X-Men movie in this current franchise. Good acting, good story. Surprisingly, I did not go in with high hopes for this at all. So the direction that they went, everything that they did, I was definitely really happy with.
Yeah, I thought the trailers did get me a little bit hyped. I try not to get hyped because Bryan Singer is terrible.
Oh, good.
He didn't do this movie.
Here he goes.
But his universe is shit. It's not an accurate portrayal of what the X-Men could be. That being said, I fucking love the movie. It was sad as shit.
Oh.
But like he said, the acting was, oh my God, it was, oh man. And just be able to see Logan Wolverine actually be himself to the full capability of his powers and have them show that on screen, how bloody and gory and how much death he can deal. Oh my God. What'd you think, baby?
I thought it was amazing. I didn't have any kind of hopes for this movie at all, mostly because I wasn't really planning on seeing it. But now that I went, it's definitely the best, out of the X-Men universe so far, the best movie that I've pretty much ever seen. There's still a lot of unanswered questions that it leaves you with, but the acting was phenomenal. Just pretty much everything about it. It's such a good movie. Incredibly sad. So if you want to have your heart squeezed, go see it.
Oh man. What was your favorite part?
Favorite part? Honestly, it wasn't one of the action scenes.
What was it?
It was the interaction between Professor X and Wolverine. Yeah. I don't think that they've ever done a good job with how grateful Wolverine is for everything that Xavier did for him. Mm-hmm. And you really get to see that in the movie, how he's taking care of him, how he carries him around, how he, makes sure he has his medicine and all that stuff. That was actually my favorite part because the action is Wolverine. He's going to stab people in the face. That's what happens.
Yeah, that is definitely his favorite move. Is just
There's a whole fucking scene where he stabbed 7 people back to back in the skull.
Yep.
That's it.
Oh man.
He was like, let me show you these knuckles. That was it.
Man. My favorite scene, all the action scenes were fucking dope. Yeah. But again, one of my favorite scenes is at the end where Wolverine's trying to get X-23 to where she's supposed to go. In case you don't know, X-23 is Wolverine's kind of daughter. She was grown in a lab with Wolverine's DNA. Her name's Laura. She is in a truck with Wolverine, and he's yelling at her. He's like, I'm not taking you where there. I'm not taking you where you want to go. And she starts yelling at him, and he's like, what the fuck? You can talk? I lost it in the theater. I couldn't stop laughing. And then he still won't take her, so she starts punching him in the face. And he's like, stop fucking hitting me! So good, man. So good. What was your favorite part, babe?
I think the more heartfelt ones, because they did bring those moments full circle, like when they're in the hotel room with Charles and they're watching this older cowboy movie, and then they bring it back and she's kind of saying the same exact dialogue that was in the movie. That was my favorite part, kind of coming full circle in the more emotional parts.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, the fight scenes were amazing. The way that they had, first of all, the little girl choreographed. Whoa, kudos to her for doing all those. Well,
That's probably a tiny stunt woman.
Hey man, she did great. But yeah, it was just coming full circle on that point.
So what I didn't like was, again, this is a great movie. Go support it.
Yes.
But,
Show Marvel, show Fox, show the Hollywood industry that you can make R-rated superhero stories and have them do fucking well, like Deadpool. What I didn't like was a lot of, again, they didn't have a lot to work with because it was the Bryan Singer universe and Fox insists on everything being connected, even though it's like this. The stories are like this. Nothing is coherent. So even with that, there was still a bunch of plot holes. the reason no mutants exist, you find out at the end of the movie, the bad guy who created X-23 has been poisoning water and food supplies of the world to prevent the X gene from coming out during birth. As a side effect, it's also been, they alluded, poisoning Wolverine. At the end of the movie, the bad guy's like, oh, you're sick, huh? Blah, blah, blah. Well, it's this guy's fault. And so I was like, well, shit, man. And then they also explained that Xavier killed all of the fucking X-Men because he had a seizure, but they never showed that. They never really explained what happened. It's like a quick news blurb. We're like, the X-Men died.
And Jean is supposed to be, like 10 times stronger than Professor X in this universe?
So,
that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Well, and then it was so weird. There was at least one moment in the movie where it looked like they were going to do like a flashback. Like, it looked like it was set up to be a flashback because you see the smoke kind of like cover the screen, and then they were like, you know what, never mind, and then just like going back to like the actual scene itself. So I thought they were gonna do that, but never once in the movie do they do.
That's a good point, because I remember thinking that, and so I'm thinking maybe there was something that hit the cutting room floor.
Yeah, I was waiting for a flashback.
Yeah.
Which a lot of times Fox does this a lot. They did it with the last 2 X-Men movies. They shoot a lot of extra footage specifically for DVD and Blu-ray, so that will sell more. Because their movies end up sucking more often than not. So they got to pack it with something to get you in. But yeah, again, overall, I fucking thought it was phenomenal. It was great.
Oh, and if you were going in expecting Old Man Logan, like the comic,
yes, please.
Do not. It is nothing like that. It is not even close.
What's Old Man Logan about?
Well, Old Man Logan came out, 6 years ago? 6-7 years ago?
I think so, yeah.
It's basically Wolverine after 50 years. It's after the fall of heroes. It's after he killed all the X-Men after being tricked by Mysterio. He decides he's going to be a pacifist. And then after that happens, like a whole bunch of supervillains split up the U.S. between 4 different territories and stuff like that. And he basically has to cross these territories to get revenge for his family that gets murdered at the beginning of the story. One of the bigger scenes in that comic is when Wolverine finally pops his claws. So it's been 50 years since he has killed anyone. And anybody that's seen it, it's a big two-page layout that just says "snicked." And everybody knows that's the sound of Wolverine's claws popping. He fights Hulk, he teams up with Hawkeye, he meets Spider-Man's granddaughter, whose name is Spider Bitch. It was great. But
what is her theme song though? Is it Spider Bitch? Spider Bitch.
I feel like it'll be more like a death metal rap song. Like if you ever read it, she is super hardcore. She's a villain. She's a bad guy.
Oh well then.
And she's fucking Hawkeye, right? Cool. She was Hawkeye's girlfriend. Yeah. And Hawkeye's blind.
So it was nothing like that, because again, Bryan Singer's universe, there's only so much they could do, because it's so combobulated and sucks. Hopefully they'll reboot this universe soon and make really truly good movies. What do you guys think? Quick review of what do you think people go see? Should they not?
Yeah, definitely go see it. Definitely support this movie. It's such a good film. Like we said before, the acting is phenomenal. The action sequences are great, and I think the story overall, if you kind of like keep your mind a little bit open and just forget about the unanswered questions, it's good. They did very well with what they had, especially with the universe that doesn't quite make sense.
Definitely go see it. Great movie overall. Some of the CG was lacking, but I think Fox has figured that out. So there was only one time where the CG was actually front and center. After that, it was very quick cuts when it came to the CG. So I think they figured out that their special effects department is not on par with everyone else. So they're just making it work.
At one point, it looked like it was one of those like Japanese robots, like the Japanese sex dolls.
Yeah,
just like what?
Yeah, it looked like early 2000s, the early aughts.
Yeah. There's one scene in particular where the bad guy turns around and it's all CG face, and it was not good.
No,
not good.
You were like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it looked like his skin was moving. It was not good. My quickie, loved it. Like they said, super emotional ride towards the end. But it was a fantastic ride. So good to see him, Wolverine, be the comic Wolverine and doing what he actually does best. I loved it.
I think it gave, oh my god, I want to call him Hugh Grant, and that's not his name, like by any
Hugh Jackman?
means. Yes, thank you. But I think it actually like...
Hugh Grant is Wolverine.
With some big ass teeth.
I know. Gonna kill you now.
Hey everybody, Token Hero here with the TokenPants channel. Sorry about that. Our battery on our camera actually died because I was a dumbass and forgot to charge it. So that was our review for Logan. Please like and subscribe below. Comment. Let us know if you want to see us review anything else, do anything else. If you have any questions, any tips, anything we could be doing better, let us know. Thanks for watching.